Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. We're going to do a quick video on how I store my 12 by 12 papers. I'm just wanting to do a really quick video. It's going to be very similar to the 8.5 by 11 storage that I did, except this is obviously going to be the 12 by 12 papers. I'm going to pull over here in a little bit the sheets that I have left over, which are my clear bags that I'm basically putting everything in. And I'm doing this because in my paper storage, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, a lot of these paper pads, they were so thick I couldn't fit but so many of them in that storage cubby, you know what I mean? So by separating the pages and putting them into these individual sheets, it's going to allow for me to put more paper into one space. Okay, now this particular pad, when I pulled it out, it had like a 1/2 inch, or I don't know what this is, maybe I think it's a 1/2 inch, that was on the top that didn't already have the holes in it where you could tear it apart. So what I did was I just took my cutter and cut off those pages, and then I take the cover page and I cut off the same amount, which I'm going to grab my cutter right now and do that real quick. And on this one, instead of opening it up and lining it up on 12 inches, I just lined it up on the 1/2 inch line and cut that little piece off. And then when I put it into my storage bag, I keep the cover in there so that way I know exactly what set it came from, and I keep everything together. Now, what I also like to do, which I'm going to do here in a second, once I get this clear bag turned over and on this side, where it's open, I'm going to take one of the back sheets and just flip it over, because I like to see the pattern paper on either side. So on the front, you're going to have the image that has like usually the different samples of everything that's inside the paper pad, and then one of the pages on the back. And for me, once I get it started, I like to stand it up. I just pull it straight down, and the 12 by 12 fits perfect. Okay, I know on the cover, on the page itself, I want to say it's like 12 1/4 by 12 1/4. The 12 by 12 pages fit well, and you can actually do a decent thickness for the pages that you're putting in there. And then there you have the same paper pad, but without the thickness of the binding system that they use for those pads that you get in the stores, like for the die cuts with the view, and this particular one that I got from Reflections. This is just, I think, going to be a lot easier and a better way for me to store it. And I'm going to show real quick, briefly, the storage system that I use and how they all look in there now. So I'm over here by my paper, and we're just looking through, and you can see how there's so many of these packages in these cubbies, whereas, like I said, if it had been the actual pads that they were in, I think in one of them I only had like, I'm gonna say maybe 4 or 5 pads in there, and look how many more of these can fit. So, and I'm not done. Eventually, once I get my room fully set up, I want to create tabs so I can keep die cuts with the views together, bow bunnies together. If I have my graphic 45s, I want to be able to separate them by groups, and that way if I want a particular paper pad, I can go right to the die cuts with the view section and grab the paper that I want. And then I only have actually like 3 or 4 sheets of these 12 by 12 sheets left. I have more on order, and I will continue this process until I'm all done. All right, you guys, thank you for joining me. I hope this helps. It's a quick, real quick video, but there will be links down below for the scrapbook page, for Scrapbooking with Me Boutique, which is where I got my 12 by 12 bags from. So join, become a member, and you can get these too, okay? Have a great one.